pouring in these first 24 hours since what is now a record-breaking halftime performance. Over 150 million people cumulatively saw it, and we have a special guest and a fitting one for this. Joining us from San Juan, Puerto Rico, is Resident Commissioner Pablo José Hernández, Puerto Rico's representative in Congress. Welcome.
Hi, nice to be with you. Greetings from the warm tropical climate of Puerto Rico.
Hey, hey. Tell us what the show meant to you and, of course, the island you represent, and perhaps anything that stood out that not everyone might have noticed.
It was a source of incredible pride, a fountain of optimism in an island where we've struggled with pessimism over the past few decades. Everybody feels very patriotic today, very proud to be Puerto Rican, which is something that coexists with being an American. And very proud of being an American as well in the broader sense. You know, the implication that America is not just the United States of America, but that America goes from the northwesternmost point of Alaska to the southeasternmost point of Argentina. And it's a sense of unity, of purpose, and of collective joy that we haven't felt in a long time.
You know, the NFL, the show, the ads, there's so much there that is materialism and trying to get people to spend money. I think that's well known. What did you think of something that Bad Bunny's done in his album imagery, in his residency, but was clearly on display here for a larger audience, taking the ordinary and making it exalted and special? Things that are affordable or accessible to most, right down to the white plastic chairs that any family might gather on, the street scenes. What did you think of that touch?
His attention to detail is very striking. You know, my wife and I were commenting this morning at the brief moment where he wakes up a little boy who's asleep in two chairs at a wedding. If you go to any wedding in Puerto Rico, you'll always find the kids sleeping in two chairs around the dancing area. It's so typical of the island. And that the little house, the way it's furnished, the way it's built, the old men playing dominoes, the snow cones. I will say the snow cones were round. In Puerto Rico, they're triangular. But you could tell that he put a lot of effort into making sure every detail was right. And that's very moving. It also evokes a lot of nostalgia and feelings for Latinos. You know, I was viewing this from Puerto Rico, but many Latinos in the States are viewing this from the States in the cold, reminiscing about their life back home and their family back home in their countries of origin. And it brings back those memories. So it brings a lot of people together.
40 seconds left. What does it mean that he's also affirmatively telling this story, not just on the back heel of the political debates or when the island has needed help, as other parts of our country have needed help in disasters, but in a positive sense?
The island benefits from visibility, and what he did with the electric poles was highly significant. And it's something that I hope will draw attention to our energy crisis and trigger action from the U.S. Congress and the president's administration.
Understood. Pablo José Hernández, we thought of you. I don't know if who you would say represents Puerto Rico more, you or Bad Bunny. It might be close, though. You officially, but he popularly.
I really hope you don't put it up for a vote.
Right. Well, but you both represent it officially, and so we thought to turn to you on a night like this. Thanks so much. I hope you'll come back.